New this morning, everybody, a bombshell criminal investigation involving the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. It reportedly centers on the Fed's $2.5 billion renovation of its building and what Powell told Congress. But Powell says the probe is about none of that and is a political pressure tactic. Take a listen.
Charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
Joining me now, I have senior staff writer for thehill.com, Alex Bolton. Alex, good morning to you. Let me also just read this right off that top, too, because a DOJ spokesperson has told us here at NewsNation the Attorney General has instructed her U.S. attorneys to prioritize investigating any abuse of taxpayer dollars. What more are you learning on this?
Well, we're already getting pushback on Capitol Hill from Republicans. Tom Tillis, Republican from North Carolina, says that he will not vote to confirm any new Trump appointee, either to serve as Fed chair or to serve on the Fed board until this is resolved. And of course, Jerome Powell put out a stunning video message over the weekend saying that this is entirely motivated by President Trump's displeasure over the Fed's decision not to further cut interest rates. Now, President Trump says he doesn't know anything about this. He says that the only pressure he's putting on the Fed is to cut those rates. This is being initiated by Jeanine Pirro, the U.S. attorney in the District of Columbia, who is a Trump loyalist. The renovation is $700 million over budget. So this has been something that has been going on in the public spotlight for a while. There you're showing the clip of Powell and Trump at the Fed last year, where they were kind of haggling back and forth or arguing back and forth.
That was awkward.
It certainly was. So we don't know what the charges are exactly, except that what it sounds like what Pirro is looking at is whether Jerome Powell perjured himself when he testified before Congress. But I think there's going to be a lot said on Capitol Hill, and if Republicans push back hard, Trump needs them to vote for his next Fed chair nominee. So he has to be a little bit careful here. And of course, Powell's term as chair will expire in May anyway. So he's a short timer anyway.
What do you make of the timing of this, though? Because isn't Powell now doing what Trump has asked for, lowering rates? Why this investigation now? What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, the stated reason for this is that there was perjury before Congress. That's the expectation. The only confirmation we have is that Powell said that the Fed, he confirmed that the Fed received grand jury subpoena. So we don't know exactly what's going on here, but it's probably going to be some sort of perjury charge. But you just flashed that statement from the Department of Justice. There could also be abuse of taxpayer money charge as well. Now, the Fed has cut rates, but not at the rate, or not as quickly as President Trump wanted. The rates have come down a little bit, but still, if you try to finance a mortgage or a car payment, you'll realize that it's quite expensive, a lot more expensive than it was during the pandemic. And I think that is what Trump is particularly upset about. Polls show that his approval ratings, especially on handling of the economy, are at the lowest of his term. People are angry about the economy. They're angry about the cost of goods. So this, I think, is why there's so much focus on the Fed. Now, Trump, of course, says that he is not in any way behind this criminal investigation, but Powell says that this is entirely politically motivated because the Fed is not cutting as fast as Trump wants.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.